esteemed, distinguished, and renowned trial attorney, Anthony Pope.
Anthony Pope is a friend, but one of the really, truly best legal mind. I mean, my goodness gracious. And all attorneys, everybody in the legal field appreciate the great legal mind of Anthony Pope, and he's kind enough to join us. Anthony, thanks for calling in. I know, are you at federal court this morning?
Yeah, I'm just running. I got to run out, but that's why I'm not in the studio today. But thanks.
No.
But I love that introduction. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you for joining us today.
Good night. I see you. Tip your waiters. I got to go.
Yeah. And you know what? Every time I talk to you and you're in the courtroom, because being the son of a lawyer and hearing my father's stories, I want you to tell, but I know you can't talk about it, you know. But what's the difference between federal law, going to a federal law? I mean, you're going before the United States government in most cases like that, Anthony. Do you prepare differently?
Well, yeah, federal courts are federal courts. I mean, it's the government that is your adversary.
Oof.
So it's a lot more formal, Judge, than the state courts. State courts take cases that they have to take. Everything that comes down the pike, they take. So federal law is limited. I mean, the state courts are courts of general jurisdiction, and the federal courts are judges of limited jurisdiction because it's limited to just those federal matters. But it's always great to be there because it's a very much more formal setting. And I enjoy it. So federal courts are always great.
And so this Weinstein case, and our mutual friend who loves you, Arthur Aidala, is on this Weinstein case. And you know what, Anthony, we were talking about it with Frankie before. It looks like he's tried and convicted already. And he seems like a monster. But, I mean, that's because I see all the press. We don't know what to believe. As an attorney, how do you defend this guy?
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, Arthur's a great lawyer, and I wish him the best, but there's no question when you have the type of publicity that this has generated, to overcome that and just get jurors that are, you know, really neutral. It's going to be a task, but you'd be surprised. You know, you're going to find jurors that don't pay attention, they don't read the paper, they don't listen to the news, and you'll even get jurors sometimes that don't even know who the heck Harvey Weinstein is. I mean, if you go back to the O.J. Simpson trial, that was the case. There were jurors that were called who said, no, we didn't hear anything about the O.J. Simpson case. So they'll get jurors ultimately that say they can be neutral and that will listen to the evidence. But the problem with this case more than anything is you have two accused. Two individuals are accusing Harvey Weinstein, one of oral sex, forcing oral sex. Another one who's unidentified is accusing him of raping her in an elevator. Now, those two people, if they were to take the witness stand, there seems to be evidence as to whatever relationship they may have had with Mr. Weinstein. This is not a situation where somebody picked somebody up in a car or somebody broke into somebody's apartment or it's somebody that they didn't know. This is obviously somebody that was known by Harvey Weinstein. There were dealings with Harvey Weinstein. He was what he was, a movie mogul, and actresses certainly wanted to be involved with him. Actors wanted to be involved with him. Everybody who was in the business at some point wanted to be involved with Harvey Weinstein. So there's going to be information that's going to come out about history and how long they knew each other and how long they interacted with each other. There's even reference that one of the accused, after the unidentified accused, wrote to Weinstein less than a month after the alleged rape, according to one of the filings. So, and she was saying, you know, thank you for whatever, and I feel like this is a booty call more than anything else. So there's evidence to suggest the jury's got to really sit down and say, well, wait a minute, was it rape? And listen, you could have a relationship with a man or a woman, and that relationship could turn in the direction that you don't want it, and if you say no and you don't want to have sex with them, well, that could be rape. So I'm not suggesting because of the relationship that in and of itself is a defense. What I'm suggesting is it certainly gives the jury more to consider as to whether or not this actually happened the way they said it. And then if you have communication after the alleged rape and you're talking back and forth with someone, well, it does beg the question. Any jury's got to say, well, why would you be doing this if somebody raped you? You know, was so forceful with you and did something so dastardly as to rape you, why would you still be in some contact? So I think the defense has arguments to make for the two accused. He's charged in 2 counts with these individuals. Now, the problem is because of the rape laws as they are in most states, the the sexual assault laws, You could call other people who accused Harvey Weinstein of raping them as well, although they have not charged him officially for whether it be a statute of limitations or whatever. But they could be called to prove the motive and the opportunity and the methodology, basically, that was used by Harvey Weinstein to, in fact, facilitate these type of rapes. But that's very damaging because you call 4 or 5 different individuals, different women to the witness stand, and they're going to say that the same thing happened to them. It's really the same thing as in the Bill Cosby case. If you remember, Bill Cosby had one accuser. It was one individual that actually charged him, but there were 4 or 5 other individuals that came into court and testified that the same exact thing happened to them. The manner in which Bill Cosby did it, he got them drunk. He then took advantage of them, gave them pills, whatever it might be. Now, it's not identical, certainly, with Harvey Weinstein, because I don't know of any allegations of drugging anybody or doing anything like this. It seems that the Harvey Weinstein case is more based on him using his power and his influence to get people in a very compromising position, a very vulnerable position, and then basically just doing what he wanted to do with them. So it is a little different, but the women that are going to testify against Mr. Weinstein, who are not the actual accusers, the official accusers, are going to be accusing him of doing the same thing, and that's powerful evidence. You know, you could attack and cross-examine one witness. You could then do another accused, but how many times can you go back to the well and keep cross-examining all these people and all these people having the same story and a jury not accepting it? So that's the hardest part of the case for the defense, as I see it, besides the press. I mean, listen, even the jurors that are going to say they don't know about it, some of them are going to know about it, and some are going to say I could keep an open mind about it. But they're going to see 150 reporters in the courtroom all the time. They know what the Me Too movement is. I mean, you'd have to be blind or deaf or just completely hid yourself in a cave over the last couple of years to not have any knowledge of anything that seems to be going on in this regard. So it's going to be a tough one. And you have Mr. Weinstein himself, who I don't know personally. I think I met the gentleman once at an event. But, I mean, he doesn't look real good either. You know,
I'm thinking.
Well, Joe, think about it. He's got an arrogance about him. You know, he just has a certain. He's not appealing. Let's put it that way.
I know. So I'm not buying. Frank and I were saying the Walker. I'm not buying the Walker thing. You buying that? Does it look like it's a little manufactured? I mean,
it looks like it's a bit manufactured. That's for sure. But here's a guy. You know, you got to look at it. And again, I'm not bringing any. I don't feel sorry for anybody who has taken advantage of women and raped them. I don't think any decent human being can. But he's got a lot on his plate. I mean, he just got indicted in L.A. yesterday. So now he's got charges in L.A. He's facing all these charges.
Amazing.
You know, you got to wonder if he's going to make it through the trial.
That's so true, Anthony. I know you're in the middle of something there. I'm dying to talk to you about the case, but good luck with the case. Would you have a jury case there?
Listen, I'm good, Joe. I'm good. If you got any other questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I just couldn't get out to New York today. I had to stay in Jersey just so I could run over and do what I have to do in federal court.
Do you ever tell the judge? Anthony, do you ever go, do you know who I am, Judge? Do you know who I am? You're going to call me in. I said, you're going to have to wait for me. I get the judge kind of.
No, I don't do that with federal judges.
You know who you're talking to, Judge. You know who you're talking to. Hey, Anthony, I do have one question. Did you like The Irishman? I got to ask you.
I thought it was mediocre at best.
Whoa!
Yeah, I thought it was mediocre at best. I thought that, I love Al Pacino, great actor. Wasn't really impressed. De Niro phoned in his role. The only guy that
I'm glad I asked.
The guy that really did a good job was Pesci.
Yeah, Joey was great. I thought I liked that. I don't know, but listen, Anthony, we appreciate you taking the time and your expertise, Mr.
Joe,
Pope.
one question: did you see any of the Golden Globes?
I did. I thought I was never a fan of Ricky Gervais until then. He was brilliant.
I said
brilliant.
The same exact thing.
Brilliant.
When I was sitting there. Jen and I were watching, and I said, I don't want to. I said, I love seeing what people are doing and who gets the awards. I said, but I'm tired of the politics. So I said, the heck with it. I'm going to try it one more time.
Yeah.
And when he said to all you elitists, all you people have no sense of reality.
Boom.
Keep the politics out of it. Get your prize and go home. I became an instant fan.
I know. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Hey, Anthony, we appreciate it. God bless. Talk soon, and thanks for always joining us, Anthony Pope. We love you, man. Thank you so much.
I got it, Joe. Take care, pal.
Great breakdown. Thanks so much.